All right, so let's talk carbon bikes. Let's put a little hat on. That's a little tassel there for people who were triggered by carbon bikes. Now, carbon is a material that we all use at some point in the cycling industry. These are a pair of Synthase bars. Synthase is another good brand that makes some good stuff. But again, with carbon fiber, with bars, if you do crash them, depending on your riding style, you should replace them, because carbon bars, when they fail, that's catastrophic. Otherwise, they're quite comfortable, etc. But you can't recycle carbon bars, and I don't really recommend fixing carbon bars. Some people may disagree with me. You can fix frames, you can fix the chainstay, you can fix the bottom bracket, you can fix a cracked top tube. You can do that. But I wouldn't really feel comfortable fixing a fork steerer or carbon bars. But someone in the carbon industry who's experienced with fixing stuff may disagree with me, and I'm open to that. My carbon fiber quest started back in 1998 when I got my first ever pair of carbon handlebars on my XTR Cannondale, F4000, and so I went from there. But recently I've been, all this Chinese carbon coming out. People asked me last year a lot, can you please do some videos about Chinese carbon? Get a Chinese carbon bike. And so I got a bike from VeloBuild. There's a fly on the camera there. I got a Chinese bike from VeloBuild, this fluoro yellow one, and I've been riding it, and the fork looked really, really dangerous and dodgy, and so I'm putting a new one on there. But for around town, it's okay. The fibers are flaking off. I emailed Chris from VeloBuild. He says, the engineer said it's okay. I showed it to a few people in the industry and said, no, it's not okay. Who's right, who's wrong? I don't know. Either way, I'm not going to use the fork for anything serious. I'm not going to hit any bumps with it, etc. I'm not going to sell it to anyone. I've got a Merida fork I can put on there. But the frame feels fine. The frame feels fine. Like the finish is a little bit, not 10 out of 10. It's probably like a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. But the seat posts did slip at the start. But I've seen S-Works bikes seat posts slip. I've had, Meridas, Giants. I've had all the brands seat posts can slip, especially the oval design, stuff like that. That's how it is. But otherwise, I'm just thinking, wow, this ride quality is very, very good. And it's got the same geometry as a Tarmac S-Works SL6. So I'm thinking, why would you pay, an extra $4,000 in Australia when you get a $500 frame or $600 frame from China with like a 2-year warranty? And a pretty good warranty at that. If you're reading the forums, people, they're just like, yep, send in your frame, send some photos. It's good to go. You don't have to be arrogant, pretentious, pompous store or sales reps or whatever. I mean, I've had problems with my Specialized S-Works bikes, and as I was thinking, gee, like if I'm getting that level of service, it's so. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really average. I'm just like, what will the average consumer get? They don't represent social media, they don't have a following on social media. So if I'm getting a little bit of attitude or dismissiveness from certain people in certain bike companies, I'm like, then why would the average person, spend their hard-earned dollars on these companies' bikes when there's Chinese alternatives direct from China that are far cheaper, far cheaper and just as good. And people say, oh, not just as good. Who's racing those bikes? Well, most of the bikes these days are made in China. I did a podcast recently. Just go to Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or Podbean or Anchor, type in durianrider, raw truth, and you see my podcast come up. So I did one recently on carbon bikes and my opinions on that. It's about a 55-minute podcast, so I'd recommend tuning into that. Maybe someone can link it down below if you do come across it. Different platforms. Hey, little cat. There's a little cat down there. And, so I'm just thinking, well, why would my next bike, if I had to buy a new bike, I'm thinking, why would I buy another brand name again? What's the advantage? Now I know this year from doing a little bit of research myself, I'm like, what are we paying for? You're paying for a pro team representation, you're paying for advertising, you're paying for maybe a lifetime warranty. But these bikes can be fixed for a couple $100 if you crack them in the chainstay. So what are we paying for? It's got me questioning. I guess someone I got my Garmin and I had problems with the Garmin, the customer service after 9 years of being using Garmin product every day for 9 years, and then just getting totally dismissed by Garmin Australia. I'm just like, why am I paying so much money for a GPS product? And I found Brighton for $140 on eBay, and the Brighton product works better. It's lighter, it's faster, it's got a 36-hour battery life. So the same with this Chinese carbon thing, you know. I'm just thinking, why are we paying more? Why? I don't know. To fit in with our mates, to have a top shelf, but I don't know, you know. So, and people say, oh, the bike industry, bike shops will, lose. No. A lot of bike shops make fuck all money on bikes, but they make money on mechanics and parts and services, you know. You can get your Chinese carbon bike and take it to a bike shop and say, can you build this up? And they're like, yeah, we can do that, but we've got a bit of a wait going on. It's very rare you can walk into a bike shop and say, hey, build up this bike for me. They'll be like, serious, bro? We're booked out for the next week or two. So bike shops in my opinion, aren't going to be impacted by people buying bikes from China, because you've got to get them tuned or fitted or bike fits or stuff like that. So there's always things. But again, most people aren't going to buy a bike from China. They'll buy it from Pinarello or Trek or Cannondale or Giant or Merida or whoever, made in China or Taiwan, and pay premium. Fair enough. I get it. I don't know. Most of my bikes come from those companies. But I'm just thinking, like, why? What are we doing? So this January, I was just like riding up Norton Summit, and I bumped into Phil Gaimont. He was in town, and I've learned a lot this few months. About EPO, about doping, about watts per kilo, about Chinese bikes sold for like $3,000, and they're just coming from websites in China. Alibaba bikes sold. I'm just like, wow, this is marketing, man. This is just how it works. It's like the marketing model seems to be of cycling: get a bike from Asia, get a good athlete, good cyclist, get him on EPO, get him to win some races or win some Strava challenges, KOMs, etc., blistering times, and then market that product to people with this insane profit margin, and that's pretty much the basis for most bike companies forever. And now with the social media thing going on there, that seems to be the new trend. Is not a new trend, a trend, the start of one. Get people putting out mutant level watts on your Alibaba bike and charge an extra $2,500 for the same bike they can get for Alibaba for $500-600 US, $450 US. Crazy. And so I'm just did my homework and talked to a few bike companies in China. Talked to Light Carbon. I talked to Tan Tan Cycling. I talked to Hongfu, Dengfu. I talked to a few other ones as well, Bello Build, and just sort of asked them questions about their builds and about their ISO 4210 safety measurements, etc. like that. And because I said to them, I said, to be honest, the Western consumer, we like the prices, the designs look cool, the custom paint, fucking oath, cheap, custom paint, it's quality, yeah. But safety, man, is my Chinese bike from Alibaba, the fork steel, going to fail on me? What's the deal? I mean, everybody in their right mind has that concern. And if you don't, then you should. I don't want to be riding down a hill and have a fucking carbon fork steerer fail on me. Or an alloy steerer for that matter. And I don't want to have Natasha on the bike and have her have a failure, or anyone. Or any of my viewers, or anybody. Haters or lovers, I don't want anyone to have a fork fail steerer. That's as simple as that. So I said to these people, he said, you've got to make it clear that these bikes are safe. And then you'll start getting sales. And they're like, oh, what do you mean? I said, yeah, safety is important in the West. It should be important everywhere. And so I'm having some conversations with a few companies, like, we'll sponsor you. And I'm like, maybe do affiliates. Because to be honest, I don't want to like make, a killing of selling people carbon bikes so they can get from Alibaba themselves. If they buy the little link and I get 3% or 5% or 10% commission, that's cool. I win, you win. You don't pay any extra. And I get a little sidekick, so it's a bit good for both of us. And so that's what's going to be happening. So these companies working with them. So I've been getting sent a whole stack of frames over these next few weeks, and we'll be doing some rides on them and testing it out. So that's going to be really, really interesting. This is, as a bike geek, the thought of having a super light frame in any color you want, for dirt cheap, pretty much, affordable. That's pretty cool, because I got to admit, those Trek Project 1 paint jobs, fucking rate them, but they're so expensive. I can afford anything bike-wise, but it's like $5,000 for a frame. It's made in China or Taiwan. I'm like, oh, I know. I'm being spoiled this year. I've been spoiled. And if you want to get one of those bikes, then you get one. Don't say. I'm not saying don't get one. I'm just saying that now I found an option. It's like fuck. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so you can get the same bike that Phil Guymon rides, or China Cycling, or what I ride for $500, $600, $700 in any color you want. Think about that. You can get any color you want, any design you want. You could have Sesame Street character. Let's say, I don't know, Cookie Monster, and you can have Cookie Monster with, let's say, EPO vials, holding in his hands, saying, Norton Summit is my bitch. Things like that. You can just do all sorts of stuff. You could have your name on there, you could have your brand on there, you can do whatever you want. That's pretty crazy for, $500, $600, $700 US. Delivered to your door. Quick. With really, really friendly sales staff. It's like, I don't know, shit's changing up in the bike industry. Like when Wiggle started up. When Wiggle started up, I noticed an improvement in bicycle customer service around Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's still not where it should be, but it was a big jump up. Because people are like, hang on, if I'm rude to my customer, they can go to Chain Reaction, or Wiggle, or Bike24, or Blue Sky Cycling, or Merlin Bikes, or Ribble, Bike, Pro Bike Kit, Torpedo 7, Bushies, Bike Bug, all these companies online doing crazy, crazy deals. So bike shops, I noticed a big step up in doing deals as well. And making really good deals out there, some crazy deals. I was seeing some bike shops, and even in Adelaide, doing crazy deals. That's really cool. I was seeing increase of service in many shops, and it could always be better. Some shops are really, really close to perfect, but it's getting better anyway. But that's the world we live in. It's a changing time, and it's the internet. Now 5G is about to happen. I'm getting a 5G phone in the next couple of weeks. It's a new era is coming through, and that is better for the consumer in many ways. And also, just being able to fix carbon fiber frames with carbon fiber bike builders for a couple $100. It's like no more carbon going to landfill if it's safe to do so. All right, drop your bike, crack your derailleur hanger, $100, $200, get it fixed. Sounds good. Anyway, that's my thoughts about the carbon thing. If you want more passion, then go listen to my podcasts, because I really turn it on there, and that's really interesting stuff. If you have any comments or thoughts about Chinese carbon bikes, Chinese carbon bikes, are they that safe? Chinese carbon bikes, what do we really know about them? We know that they're used by thousands and thousands and probably millions of riders a year. I went from the thousands to millions. How many people are riding Chinese carbon bikes? A lot. A lot. Most of the brands come from China now. China, Taiwan, Cambodia, even India, Vietnam are doing carbon stuff. So the Chinese know how to make carbon. It's insane. Anyway, what more can I say on it? I don't know. Leave some comments down below, and we'll do some more follow-up stuff. But it's going to be a very, very interesting year. I'm going to be riding most of the year on these Chinese carbon bikes. I've got a whole plethora coming from various companies as promotion material, and testing samples and stuff like that. And I'm really, really excited to test these bikes out, because I do have a lot of experience riding hundreds of different bikes from all the top brands, all the top models over the last 20 years, owning them myself, or maybe having a demo bike for the weekend, or the 100 Ks or an hour, or maybe riding a friend's bike just around the car park or around the block, clipping pedals or sneakers, and just getting a feel for it, and just going, wow, this bike's good, or wow, this bike's $17,000. I don't feel that at all. Or this bike was $4,000. Wow, it's a rocket. Or this bike was $1,000. Team Alibaba, and it's legit. So there's a lot of things out there. So anyway, if you have any comments, questions, hit something down below. It's going to be a fantastic year for Chinese carbon on social media. I'm on board.